Hey, here we go. And we got play. Yeah, we're just like fixing some minor bugs. At least with regards to OBS. Never a proper stream unless you find some OBS issue and then you call it a bug, even though it was a mistake. Anyway, so this is what we are streaming tonight. This is almost straight up green white Maverick. And if you know me, like a lot of people know me as the Avs guy, and if you've known me for longer, you knew me at the one of the Maverick guys for some time, and even longer ago you knew me as the Enchantress guy. And for as much as I love Avs, green white Maverick is where my heart is. Like even more than with Elves or any other deck in Legacy. The Lions X guy, yeah, that's I can't even like confirm nor deny it, because apparently I brought it up twice into, like, I was invited to Vince's shows twice, and apparently I brought it up twice. But I mean, at some point, like, I guess it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy if people steer the conversation towards that. Because what I actually saw, and by the way, this is what I saw when I went to Kenya 1 month ago. And cover your eyes or look away for the next minute or so, because I'm going to show you something pretty brutal. This is a picture I took. This is a picture I took while I was in Kenya last month. Holy shit. Look at that guy. The deer is half empty, the guy is half full. That's how it goes, right? That's something I saw in the early morning. And now all of a sudden you understand why Savannah Lions is still dangerous, right? That guy's probably legendary. Even better than Savannah Lions. Or worse, I guess, but more flavorful. Nature's scary, yeah. So going back to Maverick. Maverick is what I love. I think Maverick, like decks like Maverick, Death and Texas, have the most varied, most multi-level kind of gameplay, because you have to often like switch gears between like being the aggressive deck, being control deck, like figuring out when you have to tempo them out, figuring out when they are trying to tempo you out, and because it's just like, I guess all of that like going into is the definition of mid-range deck. And by playing mid-range is amazing, because you can like never turn off your head strategy-wise and just like play tactically. That's why I detest like quote-unquote control decks, and why I think control decks can never be good in Legacy, because they're like a bit strategically brain dead, technically very advanced, strategically brain dead, and that's why I love decks like these so much. With regards to what the list looks like, I think the most standard thing you could ever imagine is the 22 lands. That's what we've been doing for basically forever, and works really well. Mana Dorks 5, I've always ran 5. I recently, for this list now, I switched to 2 Birds and 3 Noble Hierarch, even though Noble Hierarch is my single most favorite Magic card of all time. Only 3 Mothers, those fire has worked out. Like, I've played this over quite a lot of leagues this week, and I think basically every one of them was a 4-1. I think I got 1 3-2. And then like a couple of 4-1s, just one earlier today. And usually I beat up on the combo decks like really hard, but I guess it's not too big of a surprise. Arna MTG, hey, how's it going? That's not too big of a surprise if you look at basically everything, including the sideboard. I guess it could be a little bit soft on Graveyard Hate. We only have like 4 Endurances, and then Bochuka Block could be a little slow. But on the other hand, like the really fast Graveyard decks I played against Upsa Spells where like Mind Pack Trap helps you out as well. And yeah, pretty straightforward. No Stoneforge, because I don't like... I hate the kind of... Like, I've played Stoneforge, like sometimes there's a 4 of, sometimes there's a 2 of in the deck. The one card that made me like it a little bit more is... the one I just forgot. The one that's basically Batterskull on steroids with haste and untouchable. That's the one. Culture Complete. Do you like pronounce it like really weirdly? Complete? Everybody tells me just call it complete, but it's spelled wrong, right? So it should be complete. Yeah. Zero, hey, how's it going? So yeah, I cut that. I love Chitta, especially like during like 10 years ago when Maverick mirrors were the thing you saw everywhere and was happening all the time. Chitta was like one of the biggest things, because it could take out Mother of Runes and then the game crumbles from there. But yeah, not that big anymore. Like such a big mana investment, then it falls apart, your tempo crumbles. Like you built this car, I wanna say, and then they lightning bolt the car and then it falls apart, and sometimes you can Mother of Runes or like Strip Ranger untap Mother of Runes the car. And I just realized, out of focus. Look at my face. Why are you focusing on the background? Camera, I paid you to focus on my face. What is this? I must have pressed some button. Change the focus. I didn't switch to manual focus, did I? No, I did not. Somehow it doesn't recognize my face as a human face. Aha, here we go. So yeah, this is what we're doing right now. These two slots, like this Spirit of the Labyrinth, is like Spirit of the Labyrinth and even Mind Sensor, and then like some of the extra endurances, or maybe even Grist. But Grist is a different slot. So basically, like if you want to run Stoneforge, you would be looking at like these slots to have like a couple of Stoneforges and some equipment, and then like 1 or 2 of these would still be something else. But yeah, this is what I'm running. The Mind Sensor is just like a card I've always loved in Maverick. It was also like absolutely devastating in the mirror. I also played it in Bologna at the last GP where I got like a cash finish with it, and I just love the card so much. I still downgraded it to 1 because 2 felt a little bit too clunky. Like I'm not a big fan like of having like a ton of 3 drops in Maverick. So this is what we're doing right now. This is also kind of cool because it provides an additional out against Doomsday, where most of our sideboard cards aren't that great, honestly. So yeah, the only reason, like I've always tried to not splash extra colors into Maverick, because by having only 2 colors you can do what the deck, or what I want to do with the deck, and that's Wasteland, 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 Wasteland. Like I would literally want to Wasteland people into Oblivion. I don't even care about attacking. Like against a lot of decks, I just play it as a control deck where you want to Wasteland, 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 Wasteland. 11 waste. The best thing is if you have a Wasteland in play and then you untap with a Knight and you Wasteland them, you Knight for another Wasteland, and then you play Ramrod Excavator and you Wasteland them again, and boom, just like the whole game falls apart for them. But what Maverick, in my experience, always wants is something to send it for that's business on an empty board, and that can't be answered, and then you're on parity again. And then, you know the concept, right, of trading up and trading down. And I want something that my opponent can't trade up against or trade on equal terms. I want something that my opponent trades down against. And that would be sometimes Tireless Tracker, especially if you have a fetch land on the board or at least in hand. But usually when you send it for a 3-drop, you often don't have a land in hand. But yeah, Tireless Tracker is that, and very, very often like accomplishes that role. But a lot of times it gets sided out, especially against like Delver, because it's just like so far down the road. It's like once you get to that point, you don't care whether the road gets better. You already are past like the swampland and like all that bad stuff. I guess people call it within more. That's a good way to put it. So for this league now, I added Grist. So I made some changes from the list that I played during the week that did really well. One is to cut... what did I actually cut for the Grist? I cut the second even Mind Sensor for the Grist. And with that, because there's still like the chance that you want to cast it if you draw it, I added 1 Bayou over the second Horizon Canopy, which is like so-and-so. Second Horizon Canopy helps a lot with Ramrod Excavator. It's a really cool thing. But yeah, this is what we're doing right now. And I added the second bird over the 4th Noble Hierarch. This card is amazing. Outland Liberator. I'm so sorry that Quasari Primate isn't part of the crew anymore, but this is absolutely amazing. But on the other hand, like I'm usually like that aggressive with like trying to put structural pressure on the opponent. That it very often doesn't even flip, but then again, when they're Wasteland out, it flips, and yeah, it's also a card that gets side often. Once Upon a Time, I added to the list upon a request by Clips. I hadn't played Maverick with Once Upon a Time before, but thus far, during this week when I've been playing it, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I don't know, like if there ever comes something along that I really want to fit in, and maybe it's a 2-drop, and I would look at that slot, but for now, I like this quite a bit, the way it looks like. I'm not super married to it, but I like it quite a bit. It also let me keep a lot of hamster that I otherwise couldn't keep. And then for the sideboard, like, fuck combo. That's all I'm gonna say. I had 3 chokes. I noticed that especially on the draw, and I mean, that's no surprise, right? I noticed that especially on the draw against Delver, the chokes are so-and-so. You very often get in situations where you land the choke and then like they, well, don't untap, but they still kill you like 2 turns later with the Murktide they just cast the turn before. And so the way choke works from a strategic level is you need to pair it with like extra removal spells, ideally like 1-mana removal spells that hit Murktide, or even like virtual card advantage, which we can't really, like we can only get it on a temporary level, otherwise it would be broken. So we would have something like Meekstone, but Meekstone ever since like Murktide became a thing is like so-and-so, because you still like take 8 and then it's not that great. So Instead of having extra mover spells, which would eat into my anti-combo slot, I just cut a choke and added the Maze of Ith. It's the closest it's not virtual card advantage because it doesn't handle multiple cards at once, but it's good enough and has some crossover utility against other decks, most importantly like Dark Depth, that I'm willing to include it right now. It used to be like a staple, it even used to be in the main deck, but this is what we're going. Guard Teak is another card I'm like, I think that's the card I cited in the least. I could even see like cutting it for something else. What would I cut Gardock for? Because Gardock really isn't all that exciting. But for now, we're gonna stick with Gardock. So, time to catch up on chat. You missed those days, Artimac? Delve into Thalia Wasteland's the best feeling ever. See, great minds think alike. It's such a good feeling. Like I love Thalia. I love Thalia. I actually think, was it around back then? Yeah, it was around back then. So here we go. Pot of Grace, yeah, that's another one. But that's a different, like strategically, it's a different thing, right? I mean, there's some overlap against the control decks where you're like, oh, I'm gonna like blank your, I guess, Supreme Verdict. You're not even like blanking Planeswalkers because most of them play like 3-mana Planeswalkers and Chase is like so-and-so. But yeah. I mean, unless I was to like basically say, oh, strategically I'm gonna change it up. This slot is not something versus combo, or like combo / control decks. But I guess we're gonna go with it for now. What's the best anti-combo, anti-graveyard, anti-control card? It's ideally also senatable. Yeah, Kasali is amazing. Kasali Pride Match, in 2012, my friend Sergey from Moscow, at GP Amsterdam, after GP was over, he introduced me to what he called like a Russian legacy tradition, where you gift cards to your friends at the end of the tournament. And he gave me a foil Russian signed by him, Kasali Pride Mage. But then a couple years ago, I'm not even sure whether my stuff got stolen, just like a binder I had disappeared. And that had that one in it, so I wonder where it is right now. Actually, I should check like Card Market whether anybody ever put it up for sale or something, because that's such a unique card, like such a unique card. But I still have another card he gave me at GP Lille 2015. That's a Russian foil Scavenging Ooze, also signed by him. Looks like nobody wants to play us. It sounds hot. Germany is hot right now. But we might actually be hiring somebody, which would also mean that I could actually take the remainder of my vacation holidays. I always forget, like, between the US and Great Britain, where do they say vacation? Where do they say holidays? Anyway, like the other day, my boss came to me and she told me, or rather my boss's wife, and she told me, Julian, you still have 42 days of vacation left in this year. You need to take them, and that comes down to like you need 5 days for a week, so that's like 8 weeks, which is like 2 months almost. I still haven't properly processed it. I still have like 2 months off this year. Yeah, I want to take like sometime in July until that time in August. Just to like relax, catch up on life, get like on a healthy schedule again. And then somewhere later in the year, maybe, depending on what the COVID situation is, maybe travel somewhere. I would love to. But for now, we're traveling into this game. We are up against Wooded Raptors. I wonder if that player is a member of the Wooded team. You know, in Italy, they have what they call the Wooded team, which is, from what I understand, a phallic name or something. It's like we're at least that's what their logos look like. I mean, probably like somebody's gonna tell me, Julian, I have no idea what you see in there. Those guys just like they like elongated branches of wood. So let's see what they're up to. Okay. Guess they might take my Senate. Oh, if they have Inquisition, oh, that could actually be, yeah. Like, okay, I would think this is the Neo check pile. 3 weeks paid time off. 3 weeks paid time off is 15 days. that's not a lot. So what are we gonna go for? Definitely wastelanding them. I think in Germany, like the minimum you are supposed to get is 21 days. But then basically everyone gives you 30 days because it's expected, and it would be really weird if they didn't give you 30, or like 28, 29, let's say 30. And then on top of that, there's 13 days of bank holiday in the year. So you have like practically 43 guaranteed, but it depends like on the state. Some states have more, some have a couple days fewer. The most you get in Bavaria if you live in Augsburg. Because Augsburg has a special holiday, special peace festival, that's another day off. But I think Berlin is catching up now because Berlin is making International Women's Day a holiday. So Berlin might catch up. But yeah, you basically by law have something like 40, like, or rather you practically have something like, I want to say 40 something. What are we gonna get here? We already have a bunch of endurances. I wouldn't mind Mind Sensor, even though I think Thalia is better, but Mind Sensor works better with the mana. Actually, it also works really well considering that their deck is like really shitty. I mean, assuming this is check pile, Neo check pile. How does it go in mangas? I think we already had Neo check pile, and this could actually be something else now. Oh, unlicensed horse. Okay, you got it. I guess I could endurance myself now, but I'm not really down. Hey, cheers to Portland. I hear so many great things about the Pacific Northwest. Still gonna target them. Wait, that worked? Okay. Guess I really want to go after my stuff then. Haha, in that case, I think I would actually do that to myself as well. Not too many triggers. Here we go. Okay, and now we hit 4 or 5. As much as I want to play Tireless Tracker, I think I should like keep the Mind Sensor up. Yeah, let's do the Mind Sensor thingy. We might just like catch them and win the game straight away. Operation is fine. Yeah, I was thinking about my Mainfest Mind Sensor, but I don't really want to do it. Like, I don't want to give them too much information. Of course, you get, like, if they play the fetch land here, and then you want to flash it in the end of turn, that's not ideal. But that's... do I allow them to make the call? Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. I need to do this in response. 3, 6, 8 damage now. They know it's in my hand? I don't think they knew. I think I drew it after they looked at my hand. Or did they look a second time? Oh, I got it I got it off once upon a time. There we go. No secrets here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just hope they don't have Damnation. Damnation would be something. Okay, here we go. We won. I guess this is just like Rick's control then. Is this what Arkan played basically? Let's see. What might we want here? Oh, this is the... I remember this from GP Prague where it's like... GP Bologna where it's like... do you really side out your humans because they might have Plague Engineer? Do you like side out the Noble Hierarchs? Do you not? And I hated making that call. So they had hers. Honestly, I like the deck almost as is, which is rare. Like, a guest choke could be okay. In which case we would like take out 2 nobles, but I hate taking out nobles. Especially on the draw. Even if they later on get answered, they're so good. Bouchy! 43 months?
In the Glimpse chain, Thank you so much for your support.
Bochi, 43 months. Thank you so much for staying true to us. What's your favorite Maverick silver bullet? I want to keep the endurances. We choke -1 dark endurance. I could see like cutting the third endurance. Let's see. I definitely don't want these. I probably don't want these. I could even see a world where we bought in the fourth endurance. But probably not. And I really, really, really want to keep these. Maybe that's another reason to add even more Birds of Paradise. So I can have a better feeling about keeping these. Actually, I don't know whether I'm going to need Outland Liberator, but I might. We have 1 minute left. Okay, let's say we cut one of those and one of those. I would need to look at the deck list actually to figure this out, but I think we're going to go with this for now. I was not sure whether we want 4 Swords to Plowshares, but Plague Engineer is quite the beating. Yeah, the Strix is basically the main reason why I sometimes like to keep them. Even though it's kind of hard, like I said, it's always kind of hard to find a spot to actually flip them because I often have like so much going on that I want to cast them all the time. But yeah, taking out Strix is a really big deal. Oh, let's go with this. This is a very classic old Legacy start, right? It's not even like old Legacy, just like 2012 Legacy. To me, the cutoff between like old Legacy is before Mental Misstep. So before 2008, it's like old Legacy 2004, 2008, and then we have 2008 until like 2012, which is like not old Legacy, but old Legacy. And then I guess the next period is from the printing of Innistrad until the banning of Senseless Divining Top. And from there, there's maybe you could divide the next era, which is like 5 years by now, subdivided. But I'm not sure how I would subdivide it. Maybe until the banning of Deathrite. Okay. Cause it like me. Yes, by the way, there's different school of thoughts. I definitely want to cast one of these two here, but if I was to wasteland them, there's different school of thoughts. Whether in a situation like this, you want to cut them off from their main color, which is blue, or cut them off for the splash color, which might be harder to get. Let's see. We're gonna go with this for now. And we're gonna get a spirit. The upside of cutting them off from the main color, of course, is you shut down the cantrips. Except for, well, this isn't a cantrip. Yeah, but you get the idea. The upside of shutting down the splash colors, so you sometimes like hit some cards that are maybe more heavy hitting. But the main color is easier to replace, but also more important to replace, whereas the splash color is sometimes only slightly harder to replace, but also less important to replace. So there's like many factors going into that, and most of the time when you're sitting in front of your computer and you're watching like something on YouTube and just click, it's just like, oh, where the... Okay, let's see. No respect for potential Aven Mind Sensor, I love it. Here we go. So we're gonna hit with this. Oh yeah, that's another thing on top, right? Sus, they let the mother stick around. I don't know, maybe they had no choice. Okay, where do I want to go from here? I really badly want to wasteland them, but if I stick Knight, I can wasteland them twice next turn. I guess they forced of this. Okay, let's stick. Oh, let's see. This is basically the most important turn of the game right now. Oh, and they spend a Chest Express after rationing. I'm not sure I'm scared of anything that costs 2 mana out of that deck. Like, I'm gonna double Wasteland them next turn. I think I can triple Wasteland them next turn. Wasteland, untap, Waste. I can triple Wasteland them next turn. Oh, Sudden Edict. Haha. Okay, cool. What am I gonna get rid of? I think I'm gonna get rid of the mother then. Or do I? I can't make up my mind. I think I'm gonna get rid of the mother. Like, mother usually takes a 2-for-1 to get rid of. This case, no, in this case, we're just gonna have a lot of fun. Okay, let's make sure to get this. Let's see if they let us do this. Let us do the naughty things.
Okay, man, let's turn and burn.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. I guess in this case, we're actually going to cut them on completely off black. No. Where's Wasteland? There it is. Onto this one. And then I think this is fine. And then we hit them. I think they are dead next turn, right? Yeah, we take them down to 12, and that's good enough. Yeah, Triple Wasteland is just like... Rewind the video, rewind the clip, and see what I talked about earlier. Wait, they play... Uh-oh. Teletubby, uh-oh.
Nuclear launch detected.
We got it. We got it. Mr. Wooded Raptors. Raptor sounds like an animal. Key Relish, by the way, welcome to the stream. You flipped it more in the Naya Saga build? I guess. I mean, I would guess like most Maverick lists would flip it more than I do. Into Play, isn't that... he's one of the many Legacy Tonys. There's so many Tonys in Legacy, and I'm trying to remember, is it Tony Murata? And he usually plays like 12 post all the time. Yeah, see, Prosoken, you got it, Tony Murata, okay. Yeah. You got a Wasteland. That's a good start to it, right? So let's get Wasteland. Let's get how do you pronounce the card? Excavator. I mentioned that on the podcast the other day that I actually don't know how to pronounce the card. I just go and then once you say Excavator, everybody like their head auto completes what you just said, even though you just said Excavator. Sounds Scottish. Ooh, Shitsu Death Storehouse. Haha, that one gives fear, right? Gains fear until end of turn. Target legendary creature. Okay. Maybe this is Dark Depth. I could see using this with Marriott Large. Oh, my mom is calling right now. Give me a second. Okay, probably the best moment to explain to your mother what a stream is. she needs what's it called? A charger for her phone. Anyway, tell its mother stream says hi. Okay, its mother says hi. What are we gonna do here? So this is probably not what I expected to be. Like the worst? No, actually not. That's... He says, I don't know who that is. I'm so sorry. Okay, you got the needle. Cool. Needle and wasteland, I would guess. Needland, wasteland, sure. Oh, that's actually a pretty cool thing. So what's gonna be the plan? Guess this is pretty easy. Step 1. Then we're gonna have like 3 mana. Do I want grist? Like I kinda want grist, but I also want mother, so let's do it like this. Mother, I also want Thalia, I mean. So Lady Thalia, welcome. I wouldn't mind finding Swords to Plowshares as soon as possible. I was calling your mother its mother instead of its Julian. Confusing Tony is a better outcome though. I thought its mother was I thought there's a streamer called its mother. Why do I choose to destroy when there's so much to create? I don't destroy. I haven't destroyed anything yet. The only person guilty of a crime is into play is Tony. He seized my thoughts. And apparently my thoughts were like very deep into a sonnet of the Green Suns variety. Its mother is my sister. Robert's your mother. Oh, guys. Also, like, when my mother calls me and she has like that tone in her voice that's like, Julian. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then turns out she lost her charger and she needs like a charger. I'm like, okay. I thought this is just gonna be like way worse than made it sound. I'm playing Wasteland, yeah, but I'm playing it for the waste mana. You know, somebody has to pay for Reality Smasher. Okay, so all of my stuff goes... This is basically Lane of the Void. Card will be put into opponent's graveyard from anywhere. It has a Void count on it. Sacrifice Dude. Choose an extra card with a Void counter. You may play this turn without paying its mana cost. Absolutely insane. What were they thinking? So I could kill it. This has First Strike, right? Oh no, it has Shadow. Oh, so I can't block. I could also like... Probably should start drawing as many cards as I can. Is there a thing stopping me from doing so? No. I really need to draw as many cards as I can. Haha, haha. Joke's on me. And let's draw another. Actually, should I draw it right now? Oh yeah, I want to deal more damage. Okay. Chip, chip, chip. Also, once they get the token, before they can use Shitsu, I might be able to like script Ranger, but they're gonna have the mana then, probably. This is worth it, right? Is it though? It probably is. It's basically the same and I'm getting the extra activation, so this is in hand. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay. Let's see, Tony. What's gonna be next? Yeah, this thing definitely can't block. You have no shadow creatures here. No solitary or solitary priest is the one that's protection from red. That actually is a competitive play, right? I remember back when I started, all the Doughty and solitary, like the shadow creatures, we thought those were insanely powerful because they can't be blocked. What we didn't realize is it's basically like the same, right? They can't be blocked, but they also usually almost can't block anything. It's just like a different version of flying. Almost, but worse actually. Flying is better because flying creatures can still block non-flying creatures. But yeah, we thought they were just like insane. Okay. So they need black mana to do this. Oh, mother. Maybe a turn too late, we don't know. Actually, no, they need to... So they need to block Tireless Tracker, right? Because that... Actually, they don't need to, I guess. Actually, they need to because one of those is gonna get through. So they have to block Tireless Tracker. Spirit doesn't do anything. Grist doesn't do anything. Sacrifice a creature and you use treasure creature planeswalker. Yeah, I think we just draw an extra card here. Horsemanship is the best, especially riding the Dilo horse, right? Everybody loves riding the Dilo horse. Thalia. None of those cards do anything. So in that case... kind of want to run Mother out because that's a win next time. I'm just like trying to see whether there's any other line that makes sense. There's nothing that really excites me. I mean, yeah, no, there's no other line. Trying to see whether there's anything they can do that I could technically play around. So basically they make the token end of turn, so they then sit on Shitsu and a Thespian stage, and then if they draw a Black Source, they can do this and kill me. And if they don't, I probably kill them. I'm just like trying to see if there's anything that's relevant here, because I don't see anything that's relevant other than playing Mother, which I already decided on. So let's do it. And if it's strong, I'm gonna learn. Could run out Spirit because I have the mana. Guess that's fine, actually. Technically, I could also run out Grist, but I don't really feel I need to. Okay, and now we shall wait. Gruul Elves lists. I've played Red and Elves a couple of times, mostly for Pyroblast, but it never really worked like in a great way. The worst one was when I tried Punishing Elves. I to this day still have nightmares of Punishing Elves. It was so bad. I just have like a natural thing against the card Punishing Fire. I think there's probably few cards that are as much of the opposite of anything I want to do with my life other than Punishing Fire. I've seen a list that Dukes played that was like very much on the experimental side. I'm not aware that he also played 5-0 with a straight green-white list. Like, I think Dukes has done a lot of work in the lists that are almost crossovers into green-black depth. That's what I've seen. But I think he's done a lot of more content recently. Okay, I guess this is it, right? We get the easy jump block. Around the idea of killing lands and killing dragons. Killing dragons is a good thing to do in Legacy these days. Just wondering whether it's worth it to keep this one around. I think I'm just gonna blockity block. GG, Script Ranger. You did a lot of work for us. You were the best boy. Oh, don't cast anything that matters here, please. Like Ornithopter or something. Would it matter though? Guess it wouldn't. Oh wait, now they can cast something for free. Oh, they can cast Grist for free now? Oh, I totally missed. Oh, what's going on here? I didn't even pay attention to what's going on here. Okay, I guess we still win. But let's see. Okay, you got Grist. So if you have all the insects in the world in your deck now. Yeah. Let's see how many insects. No insect. Oh, too bad. Okay, we still win. Yeah. So we could, yeah, okay. There's like, we won 5 different ways now. Okay, so what's the plan? So Maze sounds good. Gardock could be a thing in case they run, what's it called? Helm? But maybe Voidwalker's just there because it's like a good stuff card. I wouldn't hate Force of Vigor. Anything else I don't really love. So let's say I'm looking at these 3 cards. So Endurance, maybe all of them actually go out. Maybe just straight up something like this, and then I don't know about Gardock. Deafening Silence. Nah. Trap, Choke, Gardock, Borg. Do they have some angle on the graveyard? Is there anything they do? Shows Saga at the end there, yeah. Like ideally we'd hardcast Force of Vigor even. But sometimes you get the absolute blowout if you hit the needle and then you break the combo apart. So now I'm looking at other stuff in the main deck that might not be important for the matchup. Like Scavenging Use comes to mind. Grist is probably not all that great, but it's still like, it could be like a scrappy game with lots of discard and then we have to send it for something. In which case though, we would probably go for Knight because I would guess they're light on removal. And Knight is insane. But then against anything in the sideboard that I'd rather have over Grist or Scavenging Ooze? No, not really. Even though Grist is really weak in the matchup. Spirit of the Lab. Julian hates punishing fire, cancel them. Yeah, cancel the punishing fires. Yeah, Spirit doesn't really do anything. It's just a 3-1 that attacks. Better than nothing. Yeah, but Spirit is also another card that doesn't really do much. Could even be worse than Avenging Use because that one can grow and gain life, which is probably, you know. So let's see. Is there anything that we want here? Like, this is an easier to cast Endurance, so it's probably staying in, even though there's minor dyssynergy with Tireless Tracker, but that's okay for me. Yeah. Oh, you mean it can block the flyer, actually. Yeah, that's actually a good point. So let's do it like that in that case. So let's submit. Here we go. Yeah, I'm also thinking there could be a Helm kill in there. Do you also have that thing, by the way, where you order your cards like this in Magic Online? In paper, it's totally different for me, but on Magic Online is lands go in the middle. Proactive spells, actually, yeah, this is not proactive. Proactive spells go on the right of the lands, and reactive spells go on the left of the lands. And sometimes, as the game changes and things change strategically, sometimes like a reactive spell becomes a proactive spell, most likely something like a creature that all of a sudden I want to play it, just to put up pressure, or goes to the other side. So I'm not always 100% true to that. Should we fight this? No, not yet. Let's see, what do we have here? Honey Endurance, Mother Wasteland. Wasteland's probably gonna be good. Let's go for the Wasteland. They go turn 1 Saga. You know what? Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I wanna get the tempo advantage, and then I'm gonna blow you out. They are able to make a token here, so be it. Like, if they want to spend the entire turn making a token, that's actually okay for me. I remember when we had Quirion Ranger and Maverick. This could be a turn, but next time you play Quirion Ranger, then you play Cradle, and then you hardcast Force. Okay, that's what I expected. You know what? It's actually cooler to do it like this. Because now next turn they're gonna lose the land. Yeah, you do this, that's fine. I guess I could even, you know what I'm gonna do? I have a plan. And the plan shall be do this, and that, and exile the Dryad Arbor I'm not gonna use. Back to the Stone Age. Thank you very much. It's your move, Tony. Show me what Tony can do. Show me your very best move. I wanna see it now. Ooh, I get black mana for Grist. I'm down. Let's see what we can find here. I don't hate Mind Sensor. I also don't hate Maze. Let's go with Mind Sensor. And this could actually be a main deck Mind Sensor. Main phase Mind Sensor. You know what? Let's go for the main phase Mind Sensor. Here we go. Yeah, Turn to Grist is like very often a great play, especially on the play. Against their deck, yeah. I still remember, I still wonder what it must have felt like to the very first person who, or to anybody who, for the first time in their life, saw Stifle on a fetch land. Huh. Back in the days of the Source, there was somebody who had it in their signature, and they said, stifling a fetch land is like Wasteland and Time Walk had sex while Lava Dart was watching. Poetic. Okay, this is probably going to be like quite the big deal this turn. Or maybe Tony ordered some food and it's being delivered right now. Dark Depth, okay. Is this gonna be Vampire Hexmage? No? Oh, there's something else then. Oh, it's Helm! Hello, Mr. Helm. Oh, that's... Okay, in that case, I really want to get rid of this. And I want to get this down. I want to attack you for 4. And I might even want to wasteland the Dark Depth. I'm not sure. So it's turn 4, so they missed 1. Actually, no, they didn't miss a land drop. Oh, they probably did, actually. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I wastelanded before. Okay, so... You know what? I'm greedy. So the scary thing to me is that they might have another Urborg. And they could play it, and maybe then the 2 mana is going to be like really important for them, and then I lose. Whereas right now, it's really good for me. Let's see. Needle, okay. Gris takes out creatures and planeswalkers, right? And now let's get this guy down. This is 7 damage next turn. Are there actually any insects in Maverick right now? Can I like double trigger Grist on something? Probably not. Don't remember there being any insects. Another Needle, okay. Silky Johnson, 99. Actually, this deserves 9,999. I want to take my wife on a safari next year to Africa. You made the correct choice. And I don't mean by bringing your wife, but by going to Africa. If you bring your wife along, it's going to be all the much better. If you would point me into the right direction. Oh no, you're a pro. You know what? I'm going to give you my email address. And if you want, just send me an email on this email address, and I will get back to you on Monday. So where are we going? This is night. Okay, they are taking out night. But if you have like any questions about like which country to go to, like obviously I work for Kenya, and I can tell you the most about Kenya. But I also know what safari is like in the most obvious other countries, like most obviously like Tanzania is very popular, and of course South Africa. And I'm trying to still keep my mind on the game. It's so funny when I'm not playing elves, it's actually really hard to talk about something else while still keeping your mind on the game. Let me know where you're from, by the way. Oh, okay, there's the void. Oh no, I'm dead. No. Oh no, I'm not dead. I've sorts of plowshares. Okay. So I just pass. Okay. A question about everything. Oh, that's why I'm here for, man. I'm here to answer questions about everything. Okay, so I take this one out in response, right? That's how it goes. Then I should win the game. Unless I have something. Okay, are they gonna get a creature? Mill 1 card, it's not the plowshares. No. GG's. Here we go. You have no clue how to navigate the African safari world. This is where this guy comes in. This is very much where this guy comes in. Also, if you... Like, I promise you, I'm not gonna rip you off in any way. If you tell me, like in the email, not in the chat right now, if you tell me a very rough budget of how much you would be looking to spend, I can make sure that you get the very best experience for that kind of money. And then we can always like change. If you're like, oh, actually, I want to spend a little less, then we can find something for less. Or if you want to spend a little more, we can go to the moon. There's like, you know, guys like richer brands and everything, they have like safari lodges in Kenya, and they are not worth the money, but they do provide something extra. But yeah, it's not worth it. But yeah, that's the easiest usually, because sometimes I have people come to me and they're like, hello, I want to go on a safari, 2 weeks. And then I put together an itinerary for 2 weeks, which is like a lot of work. And then I send it to them and they're like, I was actually looking to spend $1,000 for my family of 8. And then you're like, oh, okay. Okay, young Gert. Well, we have no acceleration, which makes me sad, but we have Mother of Runes. Actually, we have a mana curve, which is insane. Hotels in Mogadishu with a pool. I think there's even, like, I looked at the reviews of a hotel in Mogadishu. And like there's some closer-ish to the airport. But yeah, I obviously wouldn't recommend going to Mogadishu. Like if you want to go to Somalia, you go to Somaliland. Somaliland is, for most people, I would say, unexpectedly safe. So yeah, that's Somaliland. Okay, this is great. So now we can do this, and we also won't get dazed. And we can still accelerate. This is probably one of the best draws I could have imagined. Real deck have curves. Real decks have curves. So if you live in New Mexico, the last time I looked it up for the US, it's been a bit of a while since the last time I've looked it up for the US. And I mean, there's also other ways to do it. I know that JFK had direct flights to Nairobi, but from New Mexico, you would probably take a flight to Europe, and then from Europe to either Nairobi or Mombasa, depending on like what you want to do. Like if you want to go to the beach as well, and if you would maybe go to Mombasa, but that depends on which safari park you want to go to, or you go to Nairobi, do Masai Mara, and that's that. For other countries, South Africa probably like is pretty much the same. Tanzania would be similar. Okay, so the most efficient thing would be to Birds of Paradise and Outland Liberator, but I'm actually kind of scared of like a big dude, big dragon. Should I be though? Knight still isn't big enough to survive Bolt. Nah. You know what, I'm gonna do this. Kind of want them to daze this, but of course they won't daze this unless they're like desperate. Depending on how the situation presents itself. Yeah, dragon's only a 4/4. It's still big enough. Now it's a 5/5. The other day I had somebody fetch end of turn Steam Vents against me. Puts it into play tapped, as you often do with end of turn Steam Vents. But guess what? There was a choke. Okay, so how is this gonna work? Knight still not big enough. I just hate this stupid Murktide. Let's get Knight. Hopefully it's gonna be good enough. Like we still need help. We can get help in the form of removal, Senate, Grip Ranger, Grist, something I forgot. Actually, the first thing that came to mind, I immediately forgot it because I wanted to say it at the end. Mother of Runes. But all of that is like, except for the removal spells. But thus far, they haven't forced anything. And they also haven't been very reactive, and they also haven't played up 1-drop. I think they didn't miss a land drop yet. Yeah, I would think they have 4, so I would guess they might even need 2. We might need 2 things. On the other hand, there's still a world where we just like straight up raise the Murktide. Oh yeah, but speaking of Safari, by the way, some animal gore coming up. So close your eyes for a minute. Okay, ready? This is what you get. This is what I saw the other month in Kenya while I was there. Masai Mara, early morning game drive. Holy shit. Okay, you can look again. I have a bunch more pictures. I'm gonna post them on my Instagram. So if you wanna follow my Instagram, it's Julian0223. That's you know what? I should eventually come up with a better handle. One that's unique. Ooh, Hello. Oh, and we oh my god, we look at this. This is the most beautiful thing created ever. Oh, this is so good. Now we can even do this. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Where's the cradle? There's the cradle. Okay, now we got this, we got that. And we take out the bad boy. Yes, please. Here we go. This is build your own Overmaster, Thalia, when they're tapped out. Okay. So let's see how this is gonna work. I'm not even sure about the Bachuka Bog, but it's another land. So this is what I would do. Then even Mind Sensor comes out, Liberator comes out. This is how I did it last time, right? This one comes out for sure. And then there were 2 more slots of things to take out. I'm trying to remember what it was. I guess I have 1 more card this time to bring in and 1 fewer card to take out with the second Mind Sensor, which makes sense. So that's why I'm stranded on 2 cards that I'm not sure which ones to take out. Makes sense. Okay, gotta figure it out then. Like once upon a time, maybe. I like it though. Maybe a knight. Yeah, knight on the draw. It's like, nah. Knight is also one of those cards that gets better when you have like more pinpoint removal to stall the game a little bit. Okay, let's try this. Could you get a good Safari for like a week for $2,000 for 2 people? So that's 1 person on $1,000. So we're talking only about the Safari, right? No flights. A week is a... So I guess I gotta start off. By saying a week is a very long time for Safari. A very, very long time for a Safari. I said a lot of Safaris, and I say on average, people go on Safari for 2 nights. And then it depends. So technically, we could make it work for a week on 1,000, but you would basically be camping on the ground, and you'd be driving in like minibuses full of people, and that's not a great experience, especially if you're flying to Kenya for that. And also, I want to say, you don't need to go on Safari for a week. Let me navigate the game in my head first. Endurance, scavenging ooze. I almost want to get the land. But that's probably like not right. Let's get the cheapest card. But yeah, so the thing you can save the most on Safari is your accommodation. And while it adds a lot to the experience, when you like the experience of sitting there at the end of the game drive in the evening, having this great, you know, out of Africa, super atmospheric thing, it's also the first thing I would save on. Because the animals, they don't care where you stayed, right? What the animals care about is whether you have a good guide. And you can get good guides. If you get like a professionally certified guide, they have like bronze to silver, gold star levels. That's the most important thing. You shouldn't do a beach boy, what we call like a beach boy safari. Those are guys like on the beach and they're like, hey, you want to go on safari? Yeah, sure. It's going to be like 50% of what you have to pay. But then you get like a guide who's not certified. And let me tell you one thing. Those guides are insane, the proper ones. You would sometimes go out on game drives and you wouldn't see a thing. And then the guide is like, there's a lion 500 meters over there in the grass. We're like, how would you know? It's like, oh, there's this bird who just flew in the air. And then the antelope is looking this way. And there's another antelope over there looking that way. That's a telltale sign there's a lion. And you go over there and there's like a lion with their caps. You're like, how the fuck do you know? And they're like, yeah, certified safari guide. And Beach Boys is like, we drive around, we know the roads, see whether you see animals. So I would very much recommend not booking a Beach Boy safari. So yeah, there's that. But if you... I think the easiest is I sent you like a itinerary I would recommend. And then I play Thalia. Actually, should I play Thalia? I think I want to play Spirit here. And then we work from there. Also, something I sometimes forget to explain is people ask like, how does a Safari work? The normal way a Safari works is you do a game drive in the morning, ideally early morning game drives. I've seen the most insane stuff, including that line I just showed, during early morning game drives. So you start at 6 a.m. before breakfast, then you go out for, let's say, 2 hours, and then you come back, you have breakfast, then you relax a little bit, or you go on another morning game drive after breakfast, but then you come in for lunch, and then after lunch you have a couple of hours of relaxation, and then you do another game drive in the afternoon until the sun sets. Like when the sun sets in most places, you're supposed to be back. Okay, let's work this out here. I really want to play Mother. Mother, I want to play you. But I also want to play Thalia, but I can only play one of those two. Actually, now I play my second spell. Oh, well, whatever. So be it. Hackbart, how's it going? Yeah, if you want to get on the official everyday eternal
Discord,
you can join us on patreon.com/everydayeternal. That's a podcast that I run together with Kai Sabatari and Callum Smith. Now, Spirit only works for basically, like, everybody can just like draw one card per turn, and they can draw one card on my turn if they want to. I guess this actually forces them to draw a card, right? Actually, no, this doesn't force them to draw a card. Oh, it actually forces them. Okay. But they didn't grow it. They discarded Island. Every time eats Erna. That's the best. Okay, don't play Big Bad Dude. If you do, I have 2 answers for it. And you already ran out of 2 Wastelands. Okay, here we go. Well, thus far it's only 2 Wastelands, right? Okay, so let's start by trying this. And it might not work. And then we have Maze. Okay, Daze is fine. And then we have a Lamas. Do I want to force 3 damage with Mother? Not really. Let's see how the game works from here. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind drawing Cradle or something, but well, that's not happening. Let's see how good this maze is gonna be. It's been a while since I've mazed something in Legacy. It's gonna be just like another random creature. Yeah, I desperately need mana. Mana, deep dee dee dee, mana, deep dee dee dee. This ain't mana, dee 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 ba 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 da ba da da. Check, no, I don't think so. So this is going to be 3 card types. There's a world where we, like, if they have, like, Vicious Bobble, of course, that's what's going to happen here, I would guess. You could, like, force them to attack with this if they pop the Bobble and then get it down to the ground and eat it. But, I mean, that's not really what's happening here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you're not attacking. You are going back. Yes, sir. Looks good. Well, this is the first league with Maze back in. You will see how good it's gonna be. Thus far it has worked pretty well. So now we're gonna grow our dude. Still can't attack past the big dragon. Okay, well this could help. There's also a world where they just daze it. I would daze it if I could. I would even consider forcing it. On the other hand, like, what are they building up to? Maybe actually they might be building up to a second dragon. Okay, daze. Yeah, if they're building up to a second dragon, we are probably losing this one. I was gonna say, maybe there's a creature on top and they kind of want to put it in the graveyard, but they actually don't. They could get in for 3 damage for a turn at least. Yeah, but second dragon would be devastating. It feels second dragon-ish. Murktide Region should be legendary. A lot of things would be fixed about Murktide Region if it was legendary. On the other hand, like the second ability wouldn't... Yeah, you see, told you. It smells like second dragon in here. But you wouldn't even have enough mana to do it right now. Okay, send this one back. Worst case scenarios, they have like force plus pitch in hand. Let's see if that's the case. Maybe we found something, but it doesn't really do anything. Does it help us to grow this? Not, oh, 8. I'm not even sure if we want Thalia. I guess we want Thalia. Actually, we might want Once Upon a Time. Yeah, you know what? We actually want Once Upon a Time. We might be going to game 3. Let's see. Script Ranger is another big thing. Script Ranger is just like laughs in the face of one Murktide. Otherwise, you're pretty dead. Yeah. I mean, we have a... But the biggest out right now would be like Sons of Plowshares because those can't be dazed. I think they got rid of like 1 or 2 dazes this far. 2 dazes, yeah. But there's also a clock running on the other side, right? They might be drawing into Wasteland. Which is also like something that would then come at us. Or like... Yeah, I was gonna say, or an important sideboard card. Hey, look at this. And speaking of important sideboard cards, I don't know how important that is, but it's super annoying. I guess in that case we give... Actually, we could give protection to something else. We could actually like keep 2 things. We could keep a mother or we could keep a spirit. Actually, we probably want to keep the spirit. On the other hand, the mother makes flying creatures an outish. Let's keep the mother. Protección. What's red in Spanish? I'm trying to brush up on my Spanish. Rojo. Protección de rojo or something. Okay. Wait, this one's coming in as well? No. Sending this one back. Okay, here we go. Coming to Impact this year. Remind me again when and where is Impact? I was just talking about this earlier on the stream that I still have like 2 months of vacation left, but no plans. Okay, that's the 3rd days, that's fine. There's only 1 day left. Galicia, I know where Galicia is. Oh, I think I've been invited to Impact like many times now. Oh, dude, I've wanted to go there on many occasions and also like visit my friend in Portugal who's running a surf school there. But I think I'm not going this year. Ah, it's so bad. Ooh, we are deadish, so we can go to like 8. This kills us in the air. Flying, so good. Seminary. Like, we're just gonna draw a card to pretend that we had an out. Actually, does this do anything? No. Concede le game. Young Gort takes the game, but are we gonna take the win? Can I link the flyer? Which flyer? Okay. So, well, for endurance is at least they're gonna work better on the play. Let's keep it like this. Send it in. Oh, you mean the flyer of impact returns? Sure. I thought you meant like a flying creature. I'm like, did I talk about a flyer? Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Mulligan. Okay, this is still not great, but we can work with this. Probably sending away a Sonnet. The opponent doesn't mulligan, it's going to be really bad for us. Because Maverick is like not really constructed to keep up in such a short amount of time that they present to us in this kind of game. I might actually fetch... no, I think I actually need to... Where are we? Oh, I have to put something on the bottom. I was like, what? What's going on? Actually, I might... So the thing is, I want to get a duel here and then get the Dryad Arbor, but then I can't really cast anything unless I keep the Senate. So I would need to get Savannah and then do this. Yeah, and then I can either cast Knight. But the thing is, if they kill my Dryad Arbor, that's basically the thought that I want to articulate. If they kill my Dryad Arbor, then I'm going to have 2 mana on the next turn, where I really want to send it for a creature. But I can't do that if I put away Senate as opposed to Knight. I could play Thalia, but my mana is going to be just like so horrible. But you know what? We're going to try it. We're already in like a really bad position. Down a mulligan on the play. And in a matchup where we often don't have time to get our card advantage going. This is such a sign of weakness, like fetching the Savannah here. I wouldn't even fault them for forcing this and then wastelanding us. I've been there. Like, this is really not a good sign. And they might pick up on it. Sometimes it's like a trap, quote unquote, but it's not like a real trap because if they call it, then it's like 50-50. But here we're weak. And they might smell it. Isn't there a movie where somebody's like, it smells like bitch in here? Trying to remember. Was it a meme? Yeah, they forced it. Forced pitch Brazenborough. At least we made up on the card advantage front, but now we get wastelanded. Okay. Opponent. And now we draw a fetch land. That's not a fetch land. Okay. That's fine. Can we draw a land now? And by land, I mean Savannah. I would love to have Savannah here. Or another Windswept Teeth. Opponent already knows what we're going to draw. We do not. And the crowd goes mild. And now I guess we do this and just see whether we can hit like runner. And hope that they don't have anything else. Maybe they were sitting on a brainstorm, but they would have liked not cast them. Maybe. We will see. Tarfire, hit me. You're getting Tarfired.
Release the Kraken!
Yeah, this could actually still be a game if you find a land, because they are like quite down on stuff. Did they actually miss a land drop? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is the 4th turn. They can still play a land. But they're still a way back into the game. This is probably going to be Murktide. Yeah, there it is. And now we need the land, like straight up. He wished for like all the great white spells in the matchup, but not for mana to cast them. And now, yeah, we are just like, it didn't work. Didn't work. We got wasted. Another Thalia. Okay. That didn't do it. Opponent picked up on the weakness, called us out on the weakness, and turns out we were weak. And in case you're wondering why does this signal weakness, if we had another land, we don't really need to. Like if you had let's say another fetch land, we could like fetch for a basic and then fetch for the other basic on the second turn most likely, and have like a stable mana base. And if they have a wasteland, they can still connect to the Dryad Arbor. But since we went for the Savannah straight away, that kind of like it's never really a 100% thing, because sometimes you try to picture yourself in the position that I had actually been in, because you want your opponent to react in the way that they reacted, but actually that benefits you. But in a lot of cases, it actually plays out the way it does here. So by fetching the Savannah, we were rather clearly saying we need the green on the first turn for the acceleration, but we also really need the white because we have no other way in our hand to generate the white. So there's a chance that we straight up either don't have at least another white land or no other land at all. And that's kind of like the weakness that we portrayed. And that's what they called us out on correctly. So let's see, I love hands like this. I wouldn't mind if this was... Actually, no, this is still fun. Like, I wouldn't mind if this was Thalia. Oh, let me switch to the other view. If this was Thalia, because then in some cases you don't want to play turn to night. You want to wasteland them and then play Thalia, especially against Selva, right? But we will see. Oh, I don't play anything wrong ever. But I remember when I was a beginner, people would sometimes explain stuff and I would be like, I didn't even understand the first sentence, but it sounded right. And that's why I want to go back on the idea of us looking weak. Okay. One saying, hey there, good luck, have fun. And very, very spontaneous kind. Once upon a time, nay Connie. I just realized I told my mother I'm gonna call her after the stream. But she might run out of charger. Let's see. Oh, Bachelor Rangers. Oh, land. Oh, Elves. Elves is a rough one. At least they play turn 1 by you. Hopefully into Bachelor, into a Reclaimer, okay. Oh, that's... What's the plan? If nothing care about, so I guess we do this. And then we don't really need swords here, but we want Mother. And we want acceleration. And that's where we want to be. Okay. It's kind of cool if you get a knight going before they get Reclaimer going, but that's not really how it works. But if you do, you can basically answer any Reclaimer activation with knight and kill whatever they're gonna get, because it comes into play tapped, and then you kill it before they can untap with it. Okay, let's see another one of those. Ooh!
Nuclear launch detected.
Oh, is this gonna work? I mean, the thing is, they're not gonna use it on their turn. This is unfortunate. They're not gonna use it on their turn. They're gonna use it on our turn. So if we wanna make like the best use of our mana, we Swords to Plowshares, the Birchal Rangers right now. They're not gonna use it on their turn, even though there's like a tiny chance they might. But you know what? Let's be greedy. Let's be greedy. We still get blown out if they have Natural Order, or if they have like a fetch land, so maybe I should have kept it up. I was maybe too greedy. On the other hand, the matchup is really bad, and sometimes greed is like the big thing. I mean, they totally shouldn't see it, because this is not a card you should expect here, or respect here. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I remember when that song came out. Oh yeah, this could be Natural Order. Oh, and then we get... Oh no. Oh well. They might still do it just because the mana works out that way. No, they don't, because they still have 2 mana on my turn. I remember that song came out and she's saying R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I thought that was a word. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. As opposed to like spelling it out. Okay, so how are we supposed to handle this here? We need some white mana, so this stays untapped. We can use these two. I guess we could use... Oh, but we also want to wasteland them. No, we want to wasteland... Oh, no, okay, I see. This is... Okay. So I think what we want to do here is do nothing. Nothing, and then, wait for them to do anything end of turn, and then we figure it out. I mean, at this point, it's very clear what we got going on here, but they have to basically call it. So now we do nothing. We wait for them to activate Reclaimer, and then we Mind Sensor and Wasteland. I was just hoping we could have like some mana to use the Swords to Plowshares. But we actually don't have that. Okay, come on.
Nuclear launch detected.
Finish him!
Okay, here we go. There's white. There's that. There's that. I mean, they could still find something. It's not like completely unthinkable that they would find a land in the top 4 cards. Oh, they found another Cradle. Should we... Let's take this one also. We're still gonna have 2 white. Wait, what am I doing? I want Wasteland. Like for a second I was completely lost. Okay, here we go. We have Wasteland, we have this. There's a world where we can win this game, but let's see. They still have like, well, at least 1 mana. We can Wasteland that. We want to. Oh, attack, okay. Is there any good way? No, not really. Protection, Protección, Verde. Take some damage. Okay, now we take out their mana. Like this. Yeah, when I play against elves, I want to hit their mana as hard as I can. Can't have mana on elves. On the other hand, I could play a second knight. Maybe that's worth it. You know what? Let's play it. Let's play a second knight. I feel bad, but I want the second knight. And let's get this one down. Green doesn't do anything, and then we hit them for 4 in the air. F6. It's still going to be hard to win either game 2 or 3. I mean, it's easier to do it against the Reclaimer version, but it's still... I guess having the access to the Mind Sensor is such a big deal. But it's just a one-off. But Mind Sensor is a pretty big deal. Like, you saw the kind of blowout we produced. Okay, now they can start using the Reclaimers again. They still have like 2 Cradles left in the deck. And we actually can't answer them now because we have no thingies. Wait, that... Okay, actually, no, that works. You can look at the top 4 and maybe find a creature. I mean, most likely. Yeah, Symbiote. No real synergy on this board. Actually, you produce 1 extra mana with for Dryad Arbor. I guess you're not attacking here. There's just like no good attack. Oh, that's probably another good one. How do we want to make it work here? First of all, I don't want to give them too much information. So before we do anything, I think we just hit their face. They can block bounce a creature, that's fine. They could also like attempt the double block. Actually, that would be really bad if they attempted the double block. Like, we have the onboard trick to stop them from making that work. Okay, and now we want this. And we want Swords to Plowshares on your Dryad Arbor, which is -2 mana on this board. Okay. Scrappy game. This is such a beautiful legacy board. Okay. We won the hardest game. Actually, is it the hardest game? I'm not even sure if it's the hardest game. Game 2, game 3. Like, we don't have much to bring in anyway, so it might actually not be the hardest game. We have more things to take out than to ever bring in against them, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, we have so many things that don't do anything. Endurance is not great. Liberator is not great. Scavenging Use is not great. Like, Scavenging Use is okay, and we'll probably stay in. I'm still moving it to the pile of, like, not great cards. And the other ones work. People sometimes bring in like Mindbreak Trap if the stuff you're taking out is really bad, which could be a thing because endurances are really bad, but it's so like like I'd be happy if I could hardcast them more often, but I like considering how many cards I want to take out, I see a world where I actually keep in Mindbreak Trap, bring in like a Mindbreak Trap or two, but I think I'd rather bring in Mail. Let's say something like this. And then I could like keep one endurance, but it's not. Oh, it's so bad. Maybe Bochuka Bog is even better than endurance. I don't think Mindbreak Trap is good. Like it's generally speaking, it's not the kind of question I would answer, or rather ask myself: is this card good versus this? Because it's always opportunity cost. Is this card good in my deck, in the current configuration, in this game? And in that case, it's probably good enough as a one-off, maybe as a two-off, but it's not great. So yeah, so that the reason I don't like that kind of thinking, and I mean you're shortcutting it anyway, so that's not. I get that's not what you're saying. Is the answer might very often be no, this card is not good against elves, but I still bring it in. So sometimes that's confusing for people. So I'm trying to be more clear about that. Anyway, so let's say if I do this. Then I still have to bring in one more card. Oh god, like I'm looking at Bochuka Bog on the second Mindbreak Trap. Maybe it's the second Mindbreak Trap, fuck it. Oh, it's so bad though. It's so bad. It's so bad and so dead. But yeah, I guess that's how it works here. Submit. Fs doesn't really bring in Trap in a Mirror, unless like the way your deck is constructed is that you like have to take something out and really have nothing else to bring in. But bringing Trap in the Mirror is usually like rather bad. Oh, by the way, did I just keep this? This is like really, oh my god, this is so bad. We might as well go to game 3. Okay, let's see. You might just YOLO it on the Wasteland. Hopefully they play something that doesn't produce mana on the first turn. Okay, they didn't. Ah, but now we found birds. You know what? In that case, we're gonna go for the birds. Worst case scenario for us would be like 1 mana drop plus Cradle, and it looks like that's what's gonna be. Okay. Oh, that could be devastating. Like, if this is like Visionary into Symbiote. Ugh. Or like even something like Glimpse into 1 mana drop and to do some stuff, draw like 3 cards, pass. Okay. That helps. Actually, that helps quite a bit because now this is tapped and we can Wasteland if we want to. Which we probably should because it's such a big deal. That's... You know what I think? They might have Once Upon a Time. Okay, this is very much a weird feeling. They might have drawn Once Upon a Time for the turn. I could be super off here. Because if they had it in hand, they would have cast a turn 1. There's like this weird feeling in me that they might have drawn Once Upon a Time for the turn. It's just like, I could be so wrong. Oh, I almost accidentally wasted it myself. I don't know if they actually like put a safeguard there. Because for some cards, they actually put a safeguard there where they double check whether you really want to like hit yourself. Opponent? Oh no, don't tell me you have like crop rotation. It's so 2020 tech. By the way, does anybody like that art on Cradle? When they released it, I felt like, what were they thinking? Cradle is probably one of your top 20 most iconic cards. Maybe I'm overestimating it, but like it's still one of the most iconic cards. And we're putting that kind of artwork on it. Opponent's apologizing in chat for playing badly. No, I play badly. You don't play badly. Speaking of good and like, well, you know that, not really a joke, but that's how our English teacher used to explain back then. It's like, when somebody asks you how you do, you say, I do well. Because of, like, the idea is like, how do you do? Oh, I do good. It's like, no, Superman does good. You do well. I like that. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have played the fetch. Yeah. I mean, it's probably not going to come up because it's so far down the line. But I shouldn't have played the fetch land there, so I can make more use of Tireless Tracker next turn. Let's do this. And yeah, if things keep going this way, they can actually block bounce here. But do they want to? Fornia, 38 month. Thank you so much. 38 in a row even.
38 month.
Ba-ba-ba-bam. Thank you. Thank you for the sword. What's your favorite Maverick Silver Bullet? Okay, let's see. Do I want to attack? Yeah, let's get it in there. Basically, I just want them... Like, they probably should take it. Like, they shouldn't even block bounce. Yeah. Block bouncing would be a huge mistake here, because if they draw a 1-drop, then they can play it, and then they have 3 mana, and they probably want that. You love the Script Ranger tricks? That's the best. That's the very coolest, best card in Maverick. I also absolutely love Script Ranger. I adore Script Ranger. Script Ranger is the glue that keeps the deck, the universe together. Very tiny step up. Like, deck, universe. They might not even be able to ask Senate because of Thalia. Okay, another one of those. Actually, oh, that's annoying. Oh, that gives them so much more mana, but they do nothing? What? Oh, I see. They still can activate Reclaim if they want to. But not sure they actually want to. Let's get this one down first. Okay. So let's not mess this up. So I should still be able to attack. On the other hand, if they want to, they can double block and kill it. They probably don't want to, but I also don't want to risk it because I think Thalia is actually okay here. I don't like. I could cast one next time, but I don't want to give them a turn where they can like do that. Let's figure this out. They really can't activate Reclaimer here at end of turn unless I go for the Wasteland. And I can't really go for the Wasteland. Yeah, they saw it too. Okay, cool. So parity. Yeah, Thalia was good up until now, because now they have at least 4 mana. But now we basically broke Surf with regards to like tempo, because they couldn't activate Reclaimer. Now we have like Knight that's free to get Cradle, so to draw some extra cards. And then we can still answer a Cradle that they might get off Reclaimer. Okay, well this one we can't do anything about. Or can we? I guess we could draw a card and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Yeah, we could draw a card and see whether it sorts the plowshares. They're crazy. You know what? Might as well. On the other hand, sorts of plowshares wouldn't even do anything, right? Maybe there's even a word. Yeah, maybe now that I think about it, it's actually probably better to wait, because maybe we can blow them out with Maze of Earth. See, who's the Cradle deck now? Who's the Cradle deck now? Oh, and I totally forgot. I even thought about this a turn ago. When I played the Verdant Catacombs. I was like, ooh, actually, we already have all the Savannas. You only play 3 Savannas. You can't get a white source. So now it doesn't even matter. Yeah, now it's just... Okay. Here we go. You got the Cradle. Okay. Now we also gave away that we don't have access to white. Well, we technically could still have access to white if we had a Script Ranger and we're just like bluffing not having white or something, but yeah. That's not something they should respect. Yeah, at the very least I can draw another card here. Okay. Where's Spirit when you need it? Four mana. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's great. Oh yeah, we could draw Mindbreak Trap to basically like stop something critical. Might actually be worth it to try that. Okay, they didn't play Cradle. That's already a big deal. Then next turn, top deck decides Persecution. Did we secretly slip on top of our deck? What the This, like, I'm trying to imagine somebody writing a primer for a deck and it's like, oh, and this card is good because like while you shuffle, you can secretly slip it on top of your deck. Like, what? Okay, let's see if we can find the Mindbreak Trap. Because this one I kind of want to Mindbreak. I'm not even sure if I want to. Oh, we even drew the Swords of Plowshares. Let's see. Let's get another one of those. Get the big, very, very tireless tracker. And we drew the maze. Okay. Okay, you got it. You shall have the Zenith. The Zenith is yours. Actually, what would you even get here? Birchlaw, yeah, I guess Birchlaw makes sense if you can still use the Symbiote. I'm not sure you can. Didn't keep track. But it's the only card that makes sense. Yeah, okay, in that case, makes sense. Because then you can replay that and then you're done for the turn unless it's Quarian Ranger, which usually they wouldn't have. Okay, and then they pass. Okay, this might be a game where we need Mother of Runes to eventually win. There even is. Hello. Hello, Senorita Mindbreak Trapper. How is it gonna work? How is it gonna work for us here? I think... Actually, can we like make blue mana? If we find Script Ranger, we might actually be able to make blue mana. First of all, we draw the card. You know what I wanna have? I wanna have Kratom with Behemoth. Okay, Gadok could be good. Do we actually want to play Maze here? Probably not, right? On the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then they got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. Yeah, well, funny enough, Gadok locks us out of Mindbreak Trap. But we could unlock Mindbreak Trap with Caracas. Finn Dorsal, 3 months in the Glimpse Chain. Thank you for your support. Quarter of a year. What is your favorite Mindbreak Trap? Maverick Silver Bullet. So I think we're gonna go for the Caracas then, so we can actually unlock the Mindbreak Trap. Okay, let's do this. What do we want? Yes. I'm not even sure if I want a wasteland. Then I probably still should. Gotta be Leopold? Okay. Wait, you cheated. You're not Findorser. Still, that's fine. Questing Beast? Yeah, I love Questing Beast. Thrawn, yeah. Questing Beast is like Thrawn on steroids, but I still sometimes miss Thrawn. But I love Thrawn a lot more when I have like Stoneforges. Still trying to work out how I want to go about this. I think I want to do this. And then probably keep up... Actually, we can keep up the Swords of Plowshares with Knight. These guys just make it so awkward. Do I keep up the Swords or play... Actually, I can do two things. I can play the Noble, I can play the Swords, and I can keep up Knight for probably Wasteland. And I can do 2 out of the 3. Actually, Swords costs me 2 mana, right? Because I have Thalia, so I can only either do Thalia... or, yeah, actually, I can do 3 out of 4 things, or 2 out of 4, depending on which ones I do. I can Caracas the Gadok, because I also want to do that. But technically, I don't need to do that, because I also spent that on Swords. Actually, what do I want to do in life, in universe, everywhere? What do you want to do in life? What's the biggest thing, while I think about this, what's the biggest thing you want to do in 2022? Be honest. Be as honest as you can on the internet. 4-year sub special, that would be 48 months. That's you, right? Didn't you just like I think, no, you had 43. Okay, 5 months ago. We should actually do one. We should do one. I wanna like do much more for you guys for how much you're supporting me. Finally complete traveling to every country in the world. How many are missing? Hey Jeremy, what are the most interesting ones that are missing? Have you been to Kenya yet? Going to Nepal? I almost feel ashamed because that's amazing. I've been wanting to go to Nepal for 14 years now and I still haven't done it. I want to like hike the probably Annapurna circuit, but that's honestly like I didn't even think about it when I asked the question, but that's probably one of the biggest things I want to do in my life and I still haven't done it. Okay, let's pass the turn. We have 27 left. In America, island nations at this point. Which parts of Kenya did you go to? Get a new job and use it to travel places. Probably that's one of the best things that you can do. Like it's, in the end, it's all up to like what your priorities in life are. I recently had an interesting talk with a very good friend of mine. He's moving to a little bit more remote area of his country, buying a house there with his wife, working for a business there and then probably like opening his own business, I think. And he's gonna stay in that remote area for the rest of his life as his home base. If things work out. And while I think I might laugh that in his position, but I'm not married and I was not like buying a house anytime soon or ever. To me, that was like, I think I could enjoy it if it happened, but right now it's the opposite of anything I want to do. I want to be free. I want to go around, be able to do things. And when I sit in the same place for more than like 3 or 4 years, I get itchy. Like, I've been in this place for 5 years now, and for as much as I love it, it's just like, I want to go somewhere else. I want to feel lost. That's actually the part we got to that we talked about. I want to feel lost. I want to like go into a place and have no idea what the city is like, maybe not even be able to talk to people or anything. Like, I want to feel lost. And that's what I had in China when I went to China. And James gave me like an apartment but then he didn't have time the second time I came, and my internet didn't work because they blocked out even the VPNs because it was like the hate of the Hong Kong things. And for like 2 weeks almost, I felt like I was living there all on my own, and that was one of the most impressive things I've ever felt. Anyway, let's get rid of Bayou. Bayou is on its course. Should we get a fetch land? Could also get Horizon. Let's get a fetch land. Actually, can it still fetch something? It might. Geo Hills. Oh, that's amazing. I've actually never been there, but I know a lot of guys who've been there. One of my colleagues, and oh no, I'm confusing that with Kodongo Hills, I believe. But Geo Hills, I know where that is. I've also never been there, but that's also an amazing place. Our friend is a ranger in there. Oh my, that's cool. So what's the plan here? I guess draw a card, but we will need Mother of Runes sooner or later. So if the opponent is aware of how the game is supposed to work, they might eventually morph Virtual Rangers, because that's the counter to us trying to find Mother of Runes to win the game. Maybe they didn't have mana to do it, or like no reasonable way to do it. Ooh, that's probably gonna be big. So what's the game plan here? Something like this. Septic Toad, thank you. Thank you for stealing Bezos' money and putting it into my pocket. You've been doing that for over a year now. Thank you so much. What's your favorite Maverick Silver Bullet? Oh, next time we can actually have... actually, let's draw the card first before I play Spirit. We can have enough to hardcast Mindbreak Trap. Okay, this is getting a little out of hand. I'm losing track of what I actually want to do in this game. Let's say I want to play this. There might even be a third game. Okay, now this is what we want to do. So now we have two swords. Maybe just like take out the Wirewood symbiotes. Or at least we start taking them out. Let's see. There should still be a plains left at least in the deck, right? Also wouldn't mind using a fetch land to get it. Oh, there's even... Yeah, okay, there's plains and that left. So let's get this. And let's get the... Oh yeah, we probably like white is the thing in higher demand. Here we go. Let's take these. It's gonna be a little awkward from now on with the tireless tracker because of the spirit, but it's probably worth it. Oh, I just realized I'm stupid. I didn't keep up night, so now I can't Wasteland Cradle, and that's gonna be a little bit awkward. Okay. Because now they can get Cradle, make themselves big. I can still eat some of them and jump block the other ones. That's not the smartest thing I ever did in my life. Like, I can attack with Tireless Tracker, but not even sure whether I'd rather have it as a blocker. You know what? I'm just gonna sit back. I think that turn was a little bit too middle of the roadish. Yeah, basically tapping the knight was the big problem. Tapping the knight was so wrong. I even talked about it like half an hour ago, where keeping up knight in the face of Reclaimer is like cool. On the other hand, they have two Reclaimers, and they would be able to like then cradle away the cradle into another cradle, and that would be it. Okay, so in that case, maybe it's still fine the way it worked out. On the other hand, though, this way we allowed them to use Once Upon a Time, which they... Oh, Shaman of the Pack! Oh, this game just turned spicy. This game is really spicy. I love how we can't cast Mindbreak Trap yet. Makes it even deeper. So they have 5 cards in hand. Maybe some of them are card draw cards. Maybe some of them are blocked by Gardock. Ooh, Cradle. There it is. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, There it is. Bunch of 5/5s. Some of them we can like block bounce with Caracas. Some of them we can eat. Like this one probably won't attack because it gets eaten. I want to get rid of this one as well. This is actually even bigger, right? Oh, they just like straight up shame in our face. Okay. Shame. 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 Shaman. Oh, but nothing else? Okay, cool. So let's see. This is actually quite annoying now. Because we've got such an insane tireless tracker going. Ooh. Imagine if we had Kratos in our deck. But I don't think... Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there's anything great. We can, like, the only Rammer Excavator that comes to mind. Is there anything else? Like, Scavenging Ooze, technically. Second Night Grist. Grist could actually be good enough. Let's see. It doesn't make sense to get Grist here. And then do something, I guess. How about we just, like, try that? It's a complex game. There might even be a timeout in the third game. Unless we get overrun. Here we go. Senor Grist. 1L Battlefield, por favor. Anything in the graveyard we want? No. Senor Grist. I mean, Script Ranger would have also been sweet, I guess. So how does it work from here? Oh, now, this is awkward. Now if we cast Gardock, we can't bounce it. So I'm not, maybe we still want to keep the Mindbreak Trap. But if they have like double Natural Order, we are screwed. Oh, this is weird. Now let's do it like this first. I'm not sure if we take out the Shepherd or the Shaman. That's probably the Shepherd. Sacrifice a creature. Yes. And kill this one. But by doing it this way, we probably really have to keep up the Mindbreak Trap because any Wild Symbol, even though we already took care of 2, kills us in the face of Shaman. Or pretty much kills us, I guess. Okay, we still can't draw extra cards. Well, we can on their turn, I guess. Man, I really want to play the Gardock, but I'm torn. On the other hand, they didn't kill us. They could have actually like done that last turn if they had them. Yeah, you know what? They're not gonna have Firebolt Symbiote, and if they do, they might draw it. That's okay. And this way, we basically did everything we wanted to, right? Wastelanding doesn't do a thing. So I guess now we send in the 10-10 and start chipping away at their creatures. Could also attack with both. Maybe that's what we want to do. And then randomly jump block all over the place if they ever try to attack us. Oh, but on the other hand, we're down to 8. Let's do this for now. I could see like Heritage Shoot jumping in front of it. Oh, they just take it? Ooh. This is quite the game. I feel I've been making so many mistakes in this game left and right. So we can draw 1 card on that turn. Let's see how that's gonna work. Land is fine. I guess if we draw into Aven Mindsunser, we can even cast it. Oh, they just pass again? Nice. Okay, in that case, let's draw a card. This is crazy. We've been drawing 2+ cards a turn for quite a while now. Does Knight want to do anything? I guess. I was gonna say we could get Horizon Canopy, but no, not really, apparently. What happened to it? Anyway, we have... Oh, it's now hand. Do I want Wasteland? I guess you know what? I can actually run them out of cradles. Oh no, what happened to the other cradles? Was this the other game? Oh, is this still the first cradle? Okay, never mind then. Anything else? No. Mother of Runes, come on. It's about time you show up, mother. There's the guy who just told his mother that he's gonna call her back. Okay, we get rid of knight. Okay. So what if I wasteland this, then they get another one, tap this, then I waste the other one, then I get another one, this, then I knight it away, take it away for good. I think that could work. But first of all, let's go to town. Okay, this one needs to be addressed. I guess maybe there's even a world where I attack with the other knight as well. On the other hand, I would really want to attack them off cradle. Like, I'm throwing away a bunch of card advantage to get rid of the cradles. Might be worth it. Also, let's stay aware that I literally have counterspell in my hand. I keep forgetting about that. Okay, yeah, Dryad is fine. I'm not gonna wasteland that. Like, when boards get this complex and I stream, because, you know, best case scenario when you stream is like you're playing at 70% of your capacity if you're like really comfortable. At least if you want to make it entertaining. When boards get this complex, I sometimes feel like, dude, there might be some super obvious onboard interaction that you just don't see. For example, I might actually be missing that I don't have enough wastelands left because I didn't check for that, but now I do. Okay. Okay, you get another cradle. Cradle, cradle, cradle. You don't see onboard tricks even when you focus. Wait, what happened to the... They just like didn't get a land? Wait, they straight up didn't get a land? Okay. In that case, we... Oh god. No, I'm lost. What? Oh, I'm just gonna play a wasteland from my hand. And we're gonna get one of those guys. And now we're gonna waste a lot of time, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Let's eat this. Let's eat... what else is there? This. Let's eat this. Let's eat something from the graveyard. Let's eat something more from the graveyard. And then auto yield. No, they didn't get... Oh, they got a second Dryad Arbor. Oh, you're right. The first one died to jump blocking. You're right. Okay, and now I guess it just passed. So I would like do this, and then this. And then I still have like Wasteland plus Knight. Okay, cool. Wait, do you really want to get Cradleo and just like get straight up Wastelanded? I think you'd rather draw into it if you need it. I think you... Yeah, I guess you would get something else here now. Maybe even Butchugabog. Ah, well, no. Also, we're slowly getting to a point where I'm thinking, what if you Alpha Strike? Like, these two need to be addressed, and then this one needs to be addressed. And then even if we lose some hate pairs, if they like lose their entire board, it might be worth it. I think we're not quite there yet, but we might get there. There's also a world where I should start considering like getting Mace out so I can like attack with the Knight as well and then untap it if I need it. And all of that, of course, doesn't matter if they go like Cradle from hand, Kraterhoof, Hardcast, GG. So they're down to 5 minutes something and I'm down to 5 minutes. There's still a third game to potentially come. So I should really start leaning heavy into that. Because if they go to 2 minutes, I think it's going to be hard. They can still like Ruffle Stump. We can't really... I guess if you play really fast, without any chat interaction, we could also Ruffle Stump in 2 minutes, but it's going to be a lot harder. Okay. Show us what this turn is going to be. Oh, you're right. I can hardcast the trap. That's why. That's why I even said I have it in hand, and it even exiles. Okay. We play counterspell now, you know. Okay. Let's do. Come on, where's Mother of Runes? This is gonna be Mother of Runes for the turn. Bam. Close. We can destroy when you do destroy target creature or player. Planeswalker. Slight difference. Very slight difference. Okay, now we get one of those. We got rid of the Senate. That's okay. I'm not even sure if there's anything I want to send it for, probably though. So let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Build your own one-sided God of Teak. Oh no! I fucked it up again! By doing this now, oh, I keep forgetting. I keep fucking forgetting that I'm not supposed to do this. I guess I can wasteland myself. You know, I can get excavator. I can wasteland myself. Okay. Yeah. I have to wasteland myself now. There's the excavator. Oh, that was such a stupid play. Okay, let's get it down again. Now I can't stop a cradle. Actually, I guess I might. I still have to hurry up. I can't like think too much anymore. The time for thinking is over. It's time for beating. Pawn f6. They know what's up. Okay, and now let's start sending in like the guys that really matter. Dom, jum, jum. Hum, hum, hum. Yeah, that's what I got from like telling my mom I will call her back. Yeah, that's reasonable block. But you gotta make a sacrifice to the gods of death and their avatars, Scavenging Use and Tireless Tracker. Okay. Anything else? I'm just like looking at the white frames around cards, whether there's anything I can click that would like do something. Okay, here you can get Cradle. So let's keep track of Wastelands. I still have like one Wasteland left in the deck, unless there's one in exile now. Okay. So here you could get Cradle and I can't stop it. It's okay though, I guess. That's still no Cradle, okay. So then you want to use it on the upkeep, right? No. Damn it. Oh, they have no basic lands, by the way. Unless they're playing additional basic lands. Okay, that's the third basic land. You sometimes see that. I think you could even build elves with even more basic lands if you wanted to. We've sometimes did that in the past. Third basic land is not that crazy. Wait, Glimpse doesn't do anything, right? We have Spirit. Oh, even if you have a Replica, which would be like super unlikely, we can even fight that with Mindbreak Trap. Okay, Cradle. Oh, and we won the game.
Flawless victory!
Hey, we got there. That was really hard. We could actually hardcast trap this turn. Actually, no, you're right. We couldn't. We only had like 3 mana and the Caracas. Oh, this was deep. Imagine there would have been a game for 3. I think we would have either been wrecked or 1 on timeout. Oh yeah, Thalia, like there was infinite ways why we couldn't hardcast. Mindbreak Trap. We could really only like get it as the third thing. Flawless, absolutely flawless. Like lots of like sports analysts and chess grandmasters, they already called me and they want my input because of how flawless this game was played. They think this was actually played by an AI and I'm just like a random dude, just like sitting here in this room and I just like stream the games from a super advanced, strong in AI, and you just like keep believing that this is me, where in reality it's just like, yeah, Some random dudes. No flaws detected. Thank you. Thank you. I shall put that on my CV. Has played Maverick flawless against Fs. Flawlessly. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, one more. Can we get... This is just a 4-1 deck. I keep getting 4-1s with this. I've played this deck like in 5 leagues or something this week, and like one was a 3-2, and then all other ones were 4-1s. But maybe, you know, maybe we're not gonna jinx it. Maybe it's just gonna be a 3-2. We don't know. Think to the past one of your top 3 games of all time. Dude, I love playing the game. I absolutely love playing. I even played the game back when I was in university. It was like this weird... I guess you guys know that a lot of people have that phase in their lives where like I'm at university, I have like literally no money for anything, and like all the cool games come out. Specifically, I remember seeing the Fallout 3 advertisements on TV. And I don't even know, I think it was on PC, right? But my PC was shit. And it might have come out on console, but I didn't have console. And I remember seeing that on TV. I was like blown away by it, but I couldn't play it just because money was super tight. So yeah, during university, I played a lot of like the Super Nintendo classics that I hadn't played yet. And I had played Zelda 3 back then, but I also replayed it then. But one of the classics that I hadn't played during my time as a kid, it sounds like you're working for a company. So I worked there as a kid for 12 years or something. Like, oh, interesting. Yes, I was the head of the kid department. Anyway, I played Super Metroid. That's probably the biggest thing I caught up on. That's such a big deal to me. I enjoyed that so much. Okay, we're playing against TGR and we are on the play. Oh, I almost kept that. Sure, but I can't accelerate. But we have Mother, but then you have literally nothing on the second turn. Ah. RTMac, we are 3-1. We are 3-1. We just won 2-0 against Fs. Both players almost timed out in the second game. This is so playable, and at the same time, it might not be playable at all. Really, like, look up Goldfish player TGR. Not a name I instantly recognize. They only play Modern. Okay. So if they play Legacy now, maybe they play some random stuff. Oh god, look at this. I mean, this is playable actually. I could almost see sending away Mother because it just like doesn't fit the mana curve. On the other hand, we get blown out if they kill our acceleration, or off chance that Once Upon a Time doesn't find anything. Let's send away Mother. Oh, opponent's mulliganing as well? Okay. The wall jump? Ah, I can see that, yeah. I think it also gave me a little bit of a hard time initially. It's not the most obvious thing. It's also kind of funny, I think, and there's this one area in Super Metroid where the critters, the random creatures there, they're supposed to teach you how to wall jump. Because the game doesn't spell it out for you. You just like, you run to a dead end, but it's open on the top. And then you can see them doing the wall jump up there, and that's where you should like get the idea from, that you might be able to do the same. Okay, let's see what this is gonna be. Just play Ponder, okay? Oh no. Oh, well, it worked. I'm a master. What did the Ponder do? The Ponder shuffled. You know what? Ah, it's so hard. Like, obviously, the Wasteland is gonna be so good, right? On the other hand, I really want to play the 3 drop. Can't really Wasteland here. I think I have to get that Knight down first. Ah, but should I? I should actually get... Actually, I shouldn't do anything. What deck do you recommend to start with Legacy? Piotr, 85. Good year to be born in, by the way. Oh, let's get them. Let's get them. First of all, let me know. Tell me, what do you want out of Legacy? Which is like, probably like, might sound like a weird question, but what do you want out of Legacy? Because if you want to... Oh, no, they can actually get us. Unless they do it main phase. Okay, cool. Well, we tried. What do you want out of Legacy? If you want to like become really familiar and good with the format, or even if you just like really want to become familiar with the format, I think you should play Blue Red Delver. I think it teaches you really well how other decks work and how you're supposed to combat them. And on the a big upside also is like you play a very strong deck, and if you don't play it efficiently, you're like losing out on win percentage, of course, but that's the price you pay. That's the price you pay of like learning. So yeah, I think it's definitely Blue Red Java. And then of course, if there's something else where you're like, oh, I already like, I think I just want to have fun, or like I wanna play something off the wall or something in that regards. You know, there's stuff like Mono Red Painter, for example, which I think is also a really good deck that you're gonna have a lot of fun with. Because a lot of the fun of Legacy also sometimes is that you're playing something not as standardish, or that people are not as familiar with, and then you get a lot of fun out of playing like a lot of like weird and tricky interactions. Oh god. Or sometimes you just like take the club and hit them over the head with the Color Guns command. Goodbye, Grist. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay, birds. They only have 1 card left. We might be I was gonna say we might be able to cheese out a win, but you know what? I can't get myself to do it. Okay. This might be a choke game. Like game 2, game 3 choke. Prismatic ending, okay. Oh, there goes my bird. Okay, land, come on. No, oh god, we are pretty fucked now. This is Neo check pile, yeah. Honestly, like we already had Neo check pile, so this is like Neo check pile. But we need some of the anime enthusiasts or manga enthusiasts to tell us what comes after the Neo version of something. Mega Revolution. Neo check pile Revolution. How does it work? I don't know how many people are watching. I usually don't keep track of that, but somebody in here must know how it works in manga or anime or whatever. What comes after Neo? Neo check pile, X, Y, Z, evolutions, Neon. Isn't that like a cat? Okay, the Ponder did not shuffle. Well, at least we got this now. It's a pretty desperate game now. Looked like decent for a while, but that prismatic ending on the first part, actually, that's where it fell apart. There's a world where like maybe we hardcast Mind Sensor, but I don't think that's that great. Okay, they got card advantage keeps rolling in now. This is the kind, like Maverick is not good at keeping up in a game like this, or like coming back in a game like this. That's why it's so important for me to like always put a lot of structural pressure on the opponent, where the opponent like might have stuff, but it just like doesn't work for them, and they always feel like a tempo or something behind. Okay, well, this is so not gonna work. Like it comes down and then probably deck dies. Or even hardcast, yeah. Okay, hardcast force, I guess. But we have to start somewhere. Expressive iteration back to the top. Here we go. You're like Wandering Emperor? I've considered it. I haven't tried it out yet. It felt a little bit too narrow. The big problem with it was that it only really takes out Murktide. And I guess Uro, but I was told Uro is not really a thing anymore. Or at least it doesn't show up as much anymore. So I'm like, eh. Big upside about Grist is just that it's like 3 mana. Like 4 mana. 4 mana is already not a thing I want to be doing against Murktide decks most of the time, unless it's like Cheskai Murktide without the whole tempo aspect. God, look at this. I think I could even spare her Wasteland here. Okay, so what's the plan? But I guess the plan is we take out, or at least we try to take out some black here. And then we pass, and then we endurance or something. I don't know. You tell me. Guess we try to ambush the Snapcaster Mage. Gedankenwirbel. Brainstorm. Green Needle. Brainstorm. Green Needle. Brainstorm. I laugh. It becomes night, and I'm like my first intention is to like look outside. It's okay, it becomes night, sure. Magic Online, thank you. Are you telling me I'm playing too much? Let's remove some of that stuff. It becomes night. Sure. A random feature added in the latest patch. Magic Online will tell you the time of the day upon request. Okay, nah, none of those things are like great. I guess we can try to see whether this works. Imagine if Knight had haste. Would be so broken. Uh-oh, this feels like Sudden Edict. No? Okay. Well, actually, the list I've seen, I think they don't play Sudden Edict. At least not main. How do these lists actually get rid of Knight? I guess Swords or Prismatic Ending. Like, literally anything in Legacy right now. Yeah, there. We got Prismatically ended. We got ended Prismatically. Okay, take a bunch more damage. Oh, what's happening here? Kozilek. Oh, sure. I'm not even sure, like, they probably, like, they feel like, oh, you know what, I don't even want to take anything, I don't care about those cards. I'm gonna take your cantrip-ish card, because that's the only one that remotely does something. Let's get this one down. And I guess we could actually Wasteland them, and be like, maybe they don't have extra... I don't know, we shuffled the extra black sources back into the deck with some Endurance, right? I think we had Endurance in play at some point. Oh yeah, that's this one. So they can actually fetch another black source for sure. Yeah, so no. Oh, China, hey, how's it going, man? China, literally the person I have the worst record in all of paper in my entire life against. I think I'm 1-8. Okay. It's just like randomly losing to random dudes. Oh, they only have 1 card in hand. But now they can sacrifice this to basically get rid of the shit. How is it gonna work for us? You know, there's even a world where we just like randomly Swords to Plowshares this to get a little bit more time, but I don't feel comfortable doing that yet. It feels wrong. We still have time to do this. This must be Force of Will in hand, by the way. Yeah, fetch and force. Yeah, this is perfect for them because now they can get the Fairy to 4. And then even if we get Knight down, they can just like minus and still keep it. Yeah, this is still the first game, but we've been on the back foot ever since like turn almost 1. Actually turn 2. What's the play? I guess this. And Maverick is not good at coming back against control decks. Especially not in the first game. Let's take this one out. Mind sensor with procedure searching. Ooh, now we're talking. Is this the 5th or 6th expressive iteration of the game? Did they find Ponder? Okay, we're gonna wait what we draw for the turn, and then we're gonna call it a day. At least for this game. So if you went on Safari, because this is like a really boring part of the game right now. If you went on Safari, which animal would you love to see the most? You know what? Let's try the mother. Which is the animal that you would love to see the most if you went on Safari? I was wondering the same. That's why I think it's the less CV play. It might have been game winning in this game, but I think overall it's the less CV play. I think if I do something main phase, didn't I have like a grist? I think if I do something main phase, it's not gonna be mind sensor. I think the highest CV play might have actually been to cast. I think it was grist, right? Did I have grist? I think I had grist. I think I should have gone for the grist and not trying to set the mind sensor trap. I think if I want to play mind sensor, I flash it. But if I if my conclusion is I'd rather play it main phase, then I should play something completely different main phase like grist. What happened to mother, by the way? Swords, okay. Giraffe, lions. Oh, you can see a lot of those. Oh, Snapcaster match. Okay, this is good. Actually, this is probably gonna get a discard spell. Yeah, but it's still like takes me down to 4. TGR, you got it. Giraffe and lions. Romario, how's it going? Also, Romario, who's gonna win the World Cup? I will always ask you a football question because you're one of the few Americans who actually cares about football. Or actually, I don't even know if you have like American citizenship or Brazilian or how it works. But I know that you're from Brazil, right? What are we gonna do here? 9th on the challenge today. Well, I can't win them all. Okay, so what's the plan? We saw a bunch of this, a bunch of that. So actually, this could be enough. Something like this. I don't hate this. On the other hand, especially on the play, Noble Hierarch is so insanely good. I hate going without Noble Hierarch, but it might be the right play. Ah. Might be right. And then there's Buchuka Borg-ish. There's nothing I really want to cut for it. Maybe it's still worth it though. Our three slot is a bit crowded, honestly. Especially since Grist is like almost like a 4 slot. Actually, no, it's not for the purpose of this. Like our 3 slot is insanely crowded. That's why it hurts even more to cut like acceleration for a 3. Oh, so insane actually to do that. It's so stupid. So crazy even. What if I take out like a Once Upon a Time for another, at least one more Hierarch? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Actually, you know what? I'm taking out some Swords of Plowshares. I'm so stupid. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Ha ha ha, we figured it out. Hippos. Oh, yeah, hippos are actually like pretty impressive. Teak subs prismatic ending. Oh, actually, that might be worth it. I totally didn't think about prismatic ending. Ah, that's actually something I guess I got better at that now right at this very second. Because I never considered the interaction between that and Teak. So I think I would actually bring in Teak a lot against these decks then. So let's see. Opponent money against the 6. Yeah, but hippos are insane. Like, when hippos get going, there's no stopping. But most of the time, they just chill. Okay. We're not gonna play Rammer up on the second turn, I think. Second turn is probably gonna be like a way. If they take out Noble Herrick, then it's just gonna be like probably like land, Thalia or Spirit or something. Yeah, hand looks pretty decent. Okay, they take out this, which means we play probably Thalia. My girl Thalia. You have no clue who's going to win the World Cup. If I had to guess... Oh. Brazil, Argentina, Spain? Something like that? That's my guess. But I agree, there's like nobody who really sticks out right now. And being German, I feel like, oh, maybe, you know, Germany, maybe a chance. Like, there's always, like, you can't underestimate them. On the other hand, it's like, but it feels like, oh, yes, definitely Germany. Also, I should have done this, like, I should have wasted pre-combat, I think. Let's go after the white. Yeah, this is not ideal. Actually, this way it worked out for me, I guess. Just gotta draw a land now, I guess. Is this Baleful Strix? Or, yes, this is Baleful Strix. Yeah. Come on, land. Land. This is the make or break it. Okay. Make or break it. We broke it. The greed got the better of me. Let's see, elephants and rhinos. Rhino is the really hard one. Rhino is by far the hardest one, and then leopard is also pretty hard. I saw my first leopard on the last safari. Okay, so where are we gonna go from here? Probably a knight. Oh, no farce, okay. Like the scenes when England actually wins the World Cup. That would be the most miserable experience for anybody who's not English. On the other hand, like didn't England like get their ass handed to them by Hungary? I mean, so did Germany almost at the Euro. Okay. I wouldn't mind something like a choke now. I mean, it's kind of cool. We have like a ton of mana. We have lots of ways to like use it. Football is coming home, yeah. I never thought I would be like rooting for Italy and be happy for Italy to win something. But yeah, at the Euro I very much was happy. It's going not home but to Rome. It's coming Rome. I remember that. That was cool. Okay, so which color are we actually going to go after? I guess it's white, right? Oh yeah, this must be force pitch. Okay. Okay, you got force pitch, and now we're both drawing from the top, but I have a little bit more action. I also have 27 life. Uh-oh, they have oh my god, 4 mana. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Okay, how do we beat this? Oh, we don't. Oh, how do we beat this? You know, I thought you were going through for Chiellini. Yeah, I was literally like thinking of Chiellini with like the not the World Cup, the Euro. Euro. How do we call the European Cup? The World Cup is like Jules Rimet. Actually, that was the old one. I don't even know how we call those cups now. Anyway, wow. Wait, they plus 2'd? Visibility, okay. I'm not sure what I want to do. Like everything sucks. I guess we could try to 2-spell. Yeah, I guess that's the best I can think of right now. Basically do this. Okay, let's see where this goes. It becomes day. How did you get fluent in English? You learn it. Like, I think at my school, at my primary school, you could opt in into like doing playful English learning at age 4. At age 4. Yeah, I went to school at age 4. In 4th grade. And then from 5th grade on, it's just mandatory. And you do it every day for at least one lesson of like 45 minutes. And then on one day, you do it like for 1.5 hours. And then you're also just like exposed to English speaking culture, like literally all the time. It's almost hard to like not pick it up. And it helps that English is probably like one of the simplest Indo-Germanic languages ever created. Let's see, let's do this. Should have gotten, maybe I should have gotten Bayou. Or didn't I discard Grist? No, that was a different game. I keep forgetting things. Okay, so we have no attack here. And we're also not flipping Liberator. I mean, we kind of build our own chase now. It just costs an upkeep of 2 a turn. I think they're gonna be Legacy at Magic 30 at Las Vegas. I have no idea how those events work now. Like, there might be something for almost any format. Like, but something that doesn't excite me is when they offer like, oh, we're gonna have Legacy. It's gonna be 3-round tournaments. Exciting. I love GP side events. And we used to have that until I think SCG and International Fireball took over and realized they can make more money doing it a different way. I loved it when we had the big Legacy side event on Sunday. You would travel to GPs that were not Legacy, and then some people would like scrap out of the main event or just like do something else on the first day. And then on day 2, you played the big Legacy main event, the big Legacy side event, which is like often like 8-9 rounds, cut to top 8. Like, it played the entire day at a couple of 100 players. And that was a reason to go to GPs. Even if you didn't play the corresponding format, that was amazing. But ever since they did like the thing with like all the really bad EV 3-round things, and I'm not even like that big on EV anymore, but those were such terrible EV that I don't even want to do that. Why aren't I in Malmö? I don't know. That's where Tier 1 con is happening, right? Everyday Eternals sent Kai. So everybody say hello to Kai and try touching Kai. I think on the last episode we talked about how Kai almost touched Andrea Mengucci when they met in Berlin. But then he didn't. He will probably regret it for the rest of... he's gonna see him in Malmö though. There's no... Is there a proper tag? I don't know. How do they only have 1 card in hand? Have they not activated Chase yet? On the other hand, like our... Like not... When I say our, we don't have a lot of win conditions left, I don't mean that in the sense of like, oh, creature tap sideways, but in like a structural way. Like, one way to get them is to Rumble Excavator them out once they're this advanced. And there's really not much left. Like, I guess a choke here would have been insane. We can actually still draw that. So let's just literally draw choke. And we... and I can't draw. Oh, I can't play it. Because it didn't fetch Bayou. No. No. Guess I can take them off white, kinda. Okay, so how does this work? I can send in this one, and then it gets blocked. That's not great. I can still do that later. No. Mark Linde, oh, is it that bad? 2.5 hours for your tournament today to start? That's insane. What's going on? Are there like too many people? Is it like more crowded than they ever expected? Actually, let me know. I want to get some input from people who are down on the ground. Iteration. Actually, thinking about it, I should have attacked with Dryad Arbor last turn, because then they might have blocked, and then I would be able to send this in, kill this, and then attack. Because right now, if I send this in, I kill this, and then this blocks this, and this... Uh-oh. Oh, Mr. Teferi. Mr. Teferi Beach, sir. Okay. 10 minutes left. Come on, choke. Oh, does this do anything for us? We have no... Actually, all the good stuff is gone. This one is in exile. Downward Excavator is in the graveyard. Grist is in hand. You know what would be insane here? Questing Beast, I guess. Hey, there's literally nothing exciting we can get. Like, I guess we could get like Scavenging Ooze. That's so bad. We need something that has impact on the game as it comes into play, or at least draws the Force of Will. And we got nothing like that right now. So in that case, I'm gonna do this. This feels really weak, but at least this lets us maybe cast Chris next turn. Birds. Le Bird. This kind of insulates us against him. Not really though. Actually, no. Oh, is Anders the head judge? That explains a lot of things. No. It's a train wreck, really. No one cares and people blame each other. Whew. Is Anders the head judge, or how come he's trying to... They're understaffed. So understaffed tells me they didn't expect this many people, right? Because from what I've told, like, this tier 1 con has actually been a thing for years, so it's not like the first time. Anders is the head judge. Oh, good luck then. He's gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, that's cathartic. Marcus lost against Counterbalance. I guess he had a good laugh about it as well. That was the best thing of the day. You know what? I need to screenshot that. I need to screenshot. That's amazing. Oh, they actually? Oh, they took out both of my creatures. That's so rude. Okay, Bayou from the top. I'm not even sure if we win with Bayou from the top. This is like kind of like Bayou from the top. It's the best thing of today. Oh, this is not even Bayou from the top. Okay, so what is this? This is nothing. I guess he could go after another white source. It wouldn't be the worst, but I think we just get down Le Knight. Here we go. Knight. Knight also allows us to cast Chris next turn. If it sticks. Big if. Let me screenshot that. I'm gonna put that in chat. There's a chat with Marcus and a bunch of other guys. I gotta put that in there. This is so good. Okay, what's even going on the other side of the board? Somebody's going crazy. They're casting way too many spells. The government should impose limits on the number of spells you can cast each turn. It's very clearly a mistake. They flashed something back and I bet it was like worth it. Oh, we're getting wrecked here. Like, we're getting wrecked really hard. Can a man get a Bayou? No, we can get a Thalia. Doesn't even do anything, does it? Oh no, it dies. It straight up dies. Even worse. Wait, they're why opponent? No. Why would you? Don't you have like? They must be like, he must know something that I don't know. We're gonna force it. Okay, cool. But there's only me streaming Legacy. I'm already looking for people to raid after this. At least I'm the only one who has Legacy in their thing. If there's nobody streaming Legacy, then I don't know what we're gonna do. As we are about to get mauled by a quadruple bird force. Scouts, Unheilscouts, as we call them. Oh, okay, I see somebody. Alright, this is not happening this game. You know what? Even if we find choke, yeah, we're just like that here. That's okay. Right. I am actually... We're gonna raid Justin.